The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday, even though it's Friday for Jeff Lane and myself. Jeff, as I was walking today, I was thinking, like, I've been calling you double L lately for Lazy Lane. But yesterday, it became triple L. It became Lazy Liar Lane. And then as I'm walking, I'm like, wait a minute. The guy can't get a date, so it's liar, lazy, lonely Lane. I mean, bro, we could just go on and on and on and on with the adjectives, bro.
How many L's can we get in there?
I had a couple of other ones, bro. There were lame,
Yeah,
liar, liar, lazy, lonely. What else, bro?
I'm sure there's lots of creative ones that I've heard 150,000 times in my life that people can send me.
Bro, I'm going to tell you something. I never said this before anywhere. And I'm going to say this now, bro. When you say that, Jeff, I want to ask you the question, like, bro, is there ever a time when you went to school where, like, people were making fun of you? Or maybe, like, they didn't make fun of you, but, like, there was a name or something that they called you that, like, really, bothered you, like, that they made fun of your kids at school. You know how kids are.
Not really a name. No, I never had a name.
What was it then? Was it something else?
I remember getting made fun of because of a pair of shoes I had because they weren't Nikes.
Really?
Yep. I remember that.
What were they?
I don't even remember. It was like 6th or 7th grade. And they just, like, because I wasn't cool, I wasn't wearing Nikes. I was wearing some other brand of shoes, and I remember getting made fun of for that.
So what happened? Did you change the shoes or did you go with it?
I don't remember. I really don't. I remember I went home and told my mom I needed new shoes, but I don't remember what happened.
Jeff,
they were ponies. They were ponies.
Ponies. Well, ponies were freaking awesome, bro.
Yeah. Well, not in my high school. Those Nikes are bust.
And bro, you can't get pony anymore, can you?
I have no idea.
Oh, I take a pair of ponies over Nikes any day, man. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Jeff, I've never shared this with anybody, not even in my adult life. Bro, my wife doesn't know this. And let me tell you why, bro, because it's not politically correct. Bro, if you knew what they called me at high school. No, it wasn't high school. It was way before high school. I mean, we were little kids, like, and it's so impolitically correct. And I don't think I can get in trouble on the show by saying it because I'm telling you what they used to call me when I was a kid at school. Bro, you know what they used to call me at school to get me mad?
What?
You ready?
Yep.
I'm not going to say the word because somehow I'll get in trouble. But the N-word knows. That's what they used to call me, bro.
It's awful.
Can you imagine that, bro? Bro, those kids
awful.
Today would be suspended from school for 3 years if they call me that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But all right, Jeff, let's real quickly, let's do our plugs as always. As you could see, Steve Cully, thank you for the Holy Cross hat. Me and Jeff both support Holy Cross, and Mr. Cully for making Jeff's trip to the WrestleMania convention possible. So it's going to be one booth. Ed Ferrara, Vince Russo, Jeff Lane. We're going to be offering a very special subscription rate to join the brand. Jeff, you never worked a convention like this before, big wrestling convention, huh?
No, never have. This will be a first time. Also, thank you to Frank Kirsch for also helping with winning the plaque auction.
The TNA plaque, Mr. Kirsch, thank you very much.
But yeah, this will be my first time.
Jeff, what are you looking forward to more than anything about this?
Well, hanging out with you in person for once. I mean, it's odd. We've been doing this for almost a year now, but it's always been through computer.
Ridiculous.
We've never hung out. So obviously that, and seeing feedback, seeing if we run into people that we know from the brand, seeing if brand members will be there or not, and seeing if there's any interaction with that. That's what I'm excited to see.
Are you excited about possibly meeting Virgil?
I've met Virgil before at a convention. It was a comic book convention when I was early 20s. I
Really?
met
Huh,
him.
bro?
Yeah.
Nice
Yep, I met
guy,
him
bro.
once.
Nicest
Yeah.
guy in the world. I met Virgil a couple of times.
Yeah.
Bro, one last thing before I start the plugs. I just wanted to tell everybody I'm wearing a guinea tee today because this past week somebody referred to me as a Greasy I-talian. So I wanted listen. I did not take a shower today, Jeff. Jeff, this is the first time I've ever done a show without taking a shower, and I'm wearing a guinea tee because I like to live up to the term Greasy I-talian. With that being said, let's talk about kayfabe commentaries, the 1998 timeline with Vince Russo. This is the Attitude Era through and through. Everything you wanted to know about 1998. I was interviewed by Sean Oliver. I always call him one of the best interviewers in the business. He had 80 pages of notes, and we came up with a 2-disc, 3-hour DVD where I talk about dealing with Sean, Choppy PP, Brawl for All, working with Cornette, beating WCW, Birth of the Rock, Foley off the cage, Sable's Bikini, DX in the Tank, Sacco, and much, much more. You can go to kayfabecommentaries.com and not only find this, but their entire collection of shoot DVDs. We ask you to please try the brand, subscribe to the brand, try it for a month. There's no long-term commitment. Jeff and I podcast 6 days every single week, everything on video. And I do 2 interviews with 2 stars, from the business every single week. So try it. Just go to vincerussobrand.com. Try it. If you like it, you stick with us. If not, we appreciate that you gave it a shot. Jeff, anything else we need to plug up top?
Oh, let's see. Nothing I can think of. I think we pretty much covered it. We're getting into really good part of the Attitude Era shows. We're almost to King of the Ring 98, which most people know that's the show where Foley did go off the Hell in the Cell and took that, all the other nasty, the choke slam through the cage and the tax and all that stuff. We're almost to that. That was Ed Ferrara's first day on the job was that pay-per-view, he said. So a lot of interesting stuff coming up in the Attitude Era reviews. So please check that out if you haven't.
Jeff, you saying that to me, you know what points out to me immediately when you say that? Because, Jeff, I don't think I've ever experienced it before. I can't wait to hear JR's call of those 2 mixed spots. I've never heard him before. I was working the pay-per-view. I did not watch it. I cannot wait, bro, to hear his call of that. I got goosebumps just saying that. How frightening is that where, we know it's a work. We know it's not real. And I got goosebumps hearing JR describe what Mick did at Hell in the Cell. So I'm really looking forward to that. Jeff, I want to say, though, also on eBay, if you go to seller Vince RSF, I put up 2 new magazines today. My son put them up. VJ came over this morning. We put up the magazine cover of Yokozuna, the late Yokozuna pinning Hulk Hogan, and also the magazine cover of Jake the Snake Roberts. I think they go on auction at 4 o'clock today. So they will be up. Okay, Jeff, what do we got for Anything But Freakin Rasslin?
If for those that saw Mark and Mac this week, I had purchased a ringtone to ring when I had a call come in, and it was John Cena's theme music, which I don't know if that went over well. I've been laughing about that for 2 days, but I'm not really getting any feedback on it. But anyway, I spent $3 on this ringtone. That's right, Lazy Lane shelled out $3 to get this ringtone for the show. Well, I forgot to turn it off, so I'm out in line at the gas station, and somebody calls me, and you heard how loud I had it on the show, right? I mean, dun, 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 just like boom, and everybody's looking at me. I don't know if they knew the song or not, but I was still embarrassed.
Oh, no, bro. That's the beauty of it. You got to keep it on at full volume and just get people's reactions, bro. Bro, how many people are going to start conversations with you about how awesome John Cena is? Bro, you've got to do that and just click the record on your phone, bro, and get into conversation with people about how awesome John Cena is. That would be phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, but then knowing me, I'll leave it on and we'll go to Texas and then I'll be sitting there and it will go off and I'll look like the biggest mark in the world in front of everybody.
I think that's freaking hysterical. So, Jeff, how does that work? Like, you pay $3 and you own it. That's it, right?
For a year. Yeah.
Oh, for a year. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll get a text message a year from whenever we film that saying, do you want to renew? Yes or no?
That is awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff, let me, I want to start off the show because it's a somber note, bro, and I kind of want to get it over with. You know, I addressed it a little bit on nuclear heat, but it's really been bothering me, bro. I'm just being honest with you. It's bothering me. It's weighing on my heart. But, listen, if you guys know, you follow me and you follow, the brand. I talk a lot about mob wives. I'm a big mark for mob wives. I love tough chicks. Maybe it had part to do with growing up in New York. Maybe it has something to do with I married a very mellow woman from the Midwest. But my fascination is tough chicks. And that's why I love the show Mob Wives. And I've been watching it now for several years. And there was a character on the show. Her name was Big Ange. And Big Ange was the character that everybody loved. And she was the one that had the big heart. And she was the peacemaker trying to sustain peace between everybody. That was her role. But she passed away. I think it was, yesterday, man. It was Thursday morning, very early in the morning, like 1 a.m. or something. At 55 years old, she had lung cancer that spread to her brain, and just everything I was reading, you could tell it was moving rapidly. And she was recently just on the Dr. Oz show, like a week ago, just talking about, her daughter lives with her and she's got 6 grandkids. And at that point, the doctors had given her like a 30% chance of survival. And it just ripped my freaking heart out. And, she passed away at 55 years old yesterday morning. But it really made me, and things like this, need to happen for us to understand. But it's like when I look back of all the hours and all the footage of Mob Wives and how much time they spent in the drama and who was fighting who and who was calling who a rat and, all this negativity and just the hours and the episodes of the negativity and the drama and this, that, and the other thing. Now you kind of look back, bro, and you look at somebody like Big Ange, Jeff, and you got to ask yourself, what would she have done with all that time back? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like if somebody told me right now, Vince, you have till your 56th birthday, what would I do between now and then? And you think about that, Jeff, because we think about all the ridiculousness, on Twitter and with wrestling and with the internet and everything's life and death and who's the Undertaker going to wrestle at WrestleMania. And you think about things that are so effing trivial, bro. And we never stop and realize like it could like that. It could be over. It could be over tomorrow. And we should never lose sight of that. It shouldn't have to take somebody to die at an early age to remind us of that. We waste so much time in stuff that doesn't freaking matter and is so minuscule when we could really be doing something useful to help another person, to help mankind, to love somebody else, whatever the case may be. So I just wanted to bring that up and, rest in peace, Big Ange. And that's it, bro. I just wanted to kind of say that because it really has been bothering me since yesterday.
Now, is that show still in season?
Yes, it is. Yes.
So they're not. It might be a while before they're caught up to that.
No, bro, it's in season now. From what I understand, they stopped filming in January. But bro, when you watch it now, she's going to the doctor and they're telling her, we have to remove half your lung. I mean, you're seeing the freaking process, which bro, that's like almost unbelievable because you're seeing the process going to the doctors, them telling her you need another operation. We got to, we got to remove a lung, this and that. And now, she's not here anymore. You know, it's like it's God, bro, it's gonna be hard to watch. I mean, you know, the episode it's on Monday night, so she was still with us on Monday. I can't imagine, bro, watching it this Monday, and while you're seeing her go through this, she's no longer here. Like, that's like, wow, bro, that's about as real as it gets, man.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah,
you know, it's, when you think about stuff like that, and then I don't know if you saw the Ronda Rousey interview she did on Ellen, or if you heard about this.
No, I heard a little bit about it, Jeff, but not much.
Yeah, well, she basically told Ellen that she thought about killing herself after she lost, because if she's not the undefeated female, who is she? And she really struggled with this, and the reason why she didn't, now I'm paraphrasing here, I don't remember her exact words, but it was along the lines of she looked at her boyfriend and she realized she wants to have his babies. She, you know what I mean? That's what she wants out of life. And that helped her get out of this funk. And some people are giving her heat for this, which, you know, they're saying she set women back by saying this. I just want to have his babies, blah, blah, blah. I know. And it's like, well, first of all, I think she did a great service to people who have these thoughts by knowing they're not alone. And even one of the most successful women in the world has thoughts like this. So, you know, if you're feeling these things like she felt, talk to somebody, find out what you want out of life like she did, and help turn those thoughts around. But, you know, given the baby comments and people getting upset about that, I mean, I don't understand that, because if women don't have babies, the human race ends. Like, people understand this, right? So why is it wrong for her to want to have her boyfriend's babies? Why is that anti-female, anti-women? That's how the species survives. Is there any difference for a guy to say, I want her to have my babies? It's the same thing. That's how life works. And if she loves this guy enough that she wants to have his babies and create children with him, why is that a negative? I just totally don't get that. Yeah, you know, maybe because I'm a guy. I don't know. But to me, I just don't I don't get the criticism.
Yeah, bro, our society today, Jeff, is so freaking twisted. I mean, some of the stories I'm going to, you know, go over here today, like, it's just, bro, we are so out of freaking whack that when a woman is saying, I want to have children, somebody's going to have a problem with that. It's like, we're so, bro, I don't know what's going on. It's just like, it just gets freaking worse and worse and worse and worse. It's like people just are sitting there waiting to, you know, just waiting to be negative. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, for a woman, you know, first of all, I hate to break the news to everybody. Okay. Women were created to have go through childbirth. Okay. Men weren't. They were created for that, you know, by our God, excuse me. So if all of a sudden it's a sin for a woman to have a baby, or a sin for a woman to even want to have a baby, that just shows you how just freaking twisted. Bro, I keep using the term off center. The whole world is so off center from where it should be, bro. It's unfreaking believable.
But, you know, it's just interesting that she was so bothered by losing that she thought of killing herself. You know, that's just I think people can look to her now as inspiration, that she fought through that and she defeated that, and they're no different than Ronda Rousey. You know what I mean? Everybody's equal. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You're all made up the same inside. So if she can go through that just like anybody else can, you know, look to her for inspiration and fight out of that yourself if you're seeing these things. Yeah. I just think it's a good message that she portrayed this to let people know that, you know, everybody goes through this. It doesn't matter who you are. Yeah.
No, Jeff, hey, listen, I understand it completely. Listen, bro, I was involved, you know, in the wrestling business for over 20 years. And I was a head writer for, you know, I mean, well over a decade. All of a sudden, bro, I wasn't a head writer anymore. And, you know, bro, you got to understand, you know, for 10 years or whatever it is, there was a daily routine every single day of who I was and what I was doing. All of a sudden, that came to a screeching halt. And, bro, I'm telling you, you wake up one morning and it's like, okay, I'm not Vince Russo, wrestler writer anymore. Like, who am I? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, that's exactly what she was telling. I'm this undefeated beast, UFC fighter. I've lost now. I'm not. What am I? And bro, it's very, very, very difficult because you spend a lot of time trying to find that out, and that takes time, bro. And it's not an easy process. And but like you said, Jeff, whether it's Ronda Rousey, whether it's me, whether it's you, people do need to understand that we do all go through this. It's a part of life. Life is all peaks and valleys. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it absolutely sucks. But at the end of the day, you come out of everything stronger, and that's why sometimes you're put through these seasons of life. And, like Jeff says, it doesn't matter who you are, but just know in your mind, I'm going to come out on the other side of this. And when I do, I'm going to be a better person. That's what it's all about.
Oh, speaking of the other side of the coin, do you even want, I know you touched upon this on one of the shows. Do you even want to get into this Kanye and the 53 million?
Yeah, get into it, because I have footnotes of something you probably don't have.
Okay.
That was kind of like an add-on to the end. So
okay. Well, for those that don't know, Kanye West has come out and said that he's $53 million in debt. And he wants Mark Zuckerberg to give him like $100 million or $1 billion or something ridiculous. The Facebook guy. There's people starting, what are they called? GoFundMe's for him to get him money. Meanwhile, he's drinking all this fancy champagne at these ridiculously priced stores, shopping for jewelry. So, I don't have any sympathy for this guy. I don't. If you're $53 million in debt, you did that to yourself by being a cocky a-hole and wasting your money, if this is even true. You know what I mean? And then you have the gall to ask people for money while you're out drinking champagne, that I couldn't afford in a lifetime. Give me a break, dude.
Well,
That's
Jeff,
all I got to say about that.
From what I understand, a lot of the 53 million is like the investments he's made in his own companies. Okay. And bro, he makes the comment, like, I love the comment. First of all, bro, he wants $1 billion because he's got a lot of ideas that he just has to share with the world. Okay. First of all, I don't know about anybody else, but let me speak for myself. I have no interest in any of Kanye West ideas. Not a single one of them. I'm not interested. So don't talk about the world in general, because there are some of us Greasy Italians sitting here that are not interested in your ideas. That's number one. Jeff, number two, here's what I love. His comment was, I got all these ideas I want to share with the world. They're going to cost $1 billion. I've already conquered the music world and the fashion world. It's like, bro, what does that even mean? Like, Kanye West has conquered the music world and the fashion. Bro, what does that even freaking mean? What has he conquered about the music world? He's released rap albums, so that he's conquered the music worlds. He's come out with a line of clothing, so he's conquered the fashion industry. Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know. It's just, this guy thinks he's the greatest human being to ever walk the earth, and he honestly believes that. I mean, I couldn't imagine having that mindset. I couldn't imagine believing that about myself.
Jeff, it gets better than that, because here's the little tidbit that you didn't have, okay? First of all, he was on SNL last Saturday. Okay, so I watched his 2 performances, and Jeff, I'm just telling you, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't get it. Let's leave it at that. But Jeff, after Saturday Night Live aired, did you hear about this?
I didn't hear that, but I heard. If you're talking about the recording, I heard about it, but I didn't hear it. Right,
bro. Okay. He brings this huge elaborate set to him with SNL. Okay, bro. Bro, SNL is a television studio. I mean, you see this. We've seen the studio for 50 years now, whatever it is. Okay, it's not a sound stage; it's a television. So, bro, look, I got some definition in my arm when I did that. Okay, Jeff,
the drop in the weight. I mean, it's working, man.
All right, Jeff, it's not a sound stage.
By the way, you really need to. I haven't heard from Big Guy in like 2 weeks.
Oh boy. Bro, listen, get on him. I'm today on the nose, Jeff, 228 on the nose, 21 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Soundstage. I keep changing topics.
Jeff, soundstage. It's a little studio. So SNL's like, we cannot. Bro, keep in mind, the guy's going on there to perform 2 songs for 6 minutes. These guys are going to be putting up his stage for 7 days. Okay, so SNL's like, no, we can't put up this whole stage. So, bro, I guess they eliminated pieces of his stage. Okay, so now, bro, he walks in there and he sees they broke his stage down. Now he goes on a rampage, bro. Now he starts cutting the promo. Do you know who I am? I'm Kanye West. Bro, it's like Eddie Murphy with the I'm Gumby, damn it. You know what I mean? Do you know who I am? I'm Kanye West. Bro, I can't believe this line came out of this human being's mouth. Okay, now, Jeff, I know... Jeff, I'm like, are you a Catholic? Are you a religious man at all?
I was raised Catholic. Yeah, I don't really want to get too into it, but yeah, I understand.
Okay. But here's my point, bro. In the Bible, there was a character called the Apostle Paul. Okay, bro, and Apostle Paul used to be a heel. He was even responsible for killing people. Okay, the story is, God came to him. And I mean, literally, the guy did a 360 and like just spent the rest of his life, teaching the Bible and teaching the Word of God. But bro, while he was doing that, bro, the guy got stoned. The guy got spit on. The guy got imprisoned. The guy got tortured. Like, bro, they tortured this guy, put him in prison, stoned him, you name it. And he would never stop praising the word of the Bible and speaking the word. He would not stop, right? That's how much the guy loved God. He would not stop. So, bro, Kanye's set is all broken down. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? He makes the comment, bro, the Apostle Paul is 50% of the man that I am. Bro, can you freaking imagine this? A rapper who designs clothing. The Apostle Paul, bro, is half the man that Kanye West is.
What do you say to that? Like you start to think, is there like serious mental illness involved in this? You know what I mean? Should he be locked up for being crazy?
I mean, bro, when I heard that the Apostle Paul's half the man that I am, I'm like, oh, brother, like you can't even get mad at that. Like, that's like, oh my God. But, Jeff, I want to point something out because I love what you said, and it kind of ties in a little bit, and it put her over with me huge. It put her over with me huge. You know how you said, bro, Kanye's 53 million in the hole, and he wants $1 billion because he's got all these ideas to share with all of us. But he's in the watch store drinking champagne and looking at watches that cost more than our houses. Okay, bro? But in the meanwhile, you know what there was a picture of online today on TMZ that like just a picture that spoke volumes.
I have not checked TMZ today. I have no idea.
Bro, Adele, no makeup, dressed down with her little 3-year-old kid shopping at Target. No problem. She's pushing a Target cart. She's walking around Target like she's the common folk. Can you imagine Kanye West setting foot in a Target, bro? A Target?
Do you know? I mean, that's insane about her because she's definitely probably the most. Probably that was the. But I didn't say that. That's like total contradiction. But I would say that she's most likely the most famous person, female at least, in the world right now. Okay,
I agree.
Her new video already has over 1 billion views on YouTube.
Right.
Okay, what is there? 6 billion people in the world. There's already 1 billion views on this new video. I mean, when you think about that, that's absolutely insane. I get happy if one of mine hits 1,000. You know what I mean? Right. She's got 1 billion, and there she is shopping in Target. Yeah. Like nobody's gonna know who she is,
bro. And she's the one, you see it all the time on TMZ. She's the one, bro. Like when she has the concert in LA, celebrities are fighting for tickets. Like every freaking celebrity goes to her concert, and there she is, bro. I mean, hair tied in a pony, bro. She's not even wearing the obnoxious glasses. Nothing. Hair in a ponytail. It looks like she didn't have any makeup on. She's got the cart, and I'm like, how freaking cool is that, bro? How freaking cool is that? And I say this all the time, Jeff, because it's going to bring me to my next story. And this one's going to blow you away. There's an A and a B to this, okay? Bro, the jackass Tyga, okay, bro? This Tyga's another one, okay, bro? Bro, you know he dates Kylie. You know, he was banging Kylie when he was 25 and Kylie was 17. She wasn't even 18 yet, right? Bro, he just bought her a grill, you know, the gold grill for her bottom teeth, not even the whole mouth, bro.
I saw that picture on Twitter. Somebody tweeted it.
Did you see the price tag?
No, I just saw the how stupid she looked.
$15,000, bro. Jeff, do you not agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Listen, Jeff, in baseball, well, no, I don't think it's in baseball. It's in one of the sports, football, I think, whatever. But there's salary caps, okay? Bro, I firmly and honestly believe there should be salary caps on entertainers. Entertainers should only be able to make X amount of dollars a year. When an imbecile like this is spending $15,000 on a grill when people in the world would kill for a piece of bread, there should be salary caps for what these idiots make, because they just don't know what to do with their money. And they should be allowed to make X amount of dollars every year. Once you've made that amount of money, you're cut off because there's people starving in the world, and you're an absolute idiot spending $15,000 on a freaking grill for bottom teeth.
Why would she want to look like that? Like, does anybody think that looks attractive on her? Anybody? Tell me if I'm wrong. I think she looks completely ridiculous.
Jeff, I got a better story. This one, bro, is like, bro, you know how we just talked about Kanye and he's the Apostle Paul. Like, this one is one of those stories, like, you can't, it's so pathetic. Like, you can't even get mad at it. You got to like literally laugh. And like, I can't believe this person is that ignorant. It's funny. All right, bro, the Grammy Awards were last week. Tyga holds a big party at the Grammy. Another good investment, right, bro? A Grammy party, that's a great investment, right? Who knows what he spent on this Grammy party? Okay, Jeff. So, Jeff, you got to be invited to the Grammy party. You got to have an invite to Tyga's Grammy party, a Grammy party. So, bro, of course, you know, there's a sea of security at the door checking the list, you know, who could get in, like the FBI, bro, who could get into Tyga's party. Yeah, listen, I want to get into Tyga's party so I could take a leak on him. How about that? So, bro, somebody comes to the party that's not allowed in.
Now, is this a celebrity?
This is a celebrity. And he's standing there as nice as can be, bro, not getting hot, not being anything. And he's standing there as nice as can be. You know, you sure, you know who I am, right? And like, they clearly know who the guy, they clearly know who he is, right? So they won't let him in. And his comment, bro, guys being it, bro, if it was anybody else, if that was Conway not being allowed in a party, forget about it. Calm as can be, blah, blah, blah. And he turned around and he goes, well, you know, he goes, I guess I'm going to have to make a hit record, aren't I, you know, to get in the party. You know what I mean? Bro, guess who gets turned away from Tyga's party?
I'm guessing it's somebody very talented, the way you told the story.
Bro, you ready?
Yeah.
Bro.
Come on.
Paul
Come on.
McCartney, bro.
First off, why was he trying to go? Like, what?
Bro, maybe somebody was in there he wanted to talk to. Who knows? Bro, Paul McCartney was not allowed in Tyga's party, bro. What do you say to that, Jeff? Paul McCartney, bro. And he goes, well, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to make a hit record.
How do you disrespect somebody like that? I'm just curious why he was like wanted to go to this party.
I have no idea.
I mean, that's just as odd as them not letting him in to me.
Yeah. But
I mean, was he alone? Was he with?
No, he actually, bro. I think it was two other celebrities. I forget who it is. I think it was two other celebrities, and because there was a picture of it, you saw it. But bro, Paul McCartney can't get into Tyga's party. That to me is like just that is unbelievable, bro.
It's like not letting Hank Aaron into a baseball game. You know what I mean?
Imagine, bro. Can you imagine? Paul McCartney's not worthy, bro.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I still want to know why he was trying to go to the party.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe he wanted to see Kylie's grill. Everybody's talking about
ridiculous.
it. Everybody's talking about it, bro.
People that think Kylie is attractive, let me know at Jeff Lane 22 if you think she still looks attractive with this on her teeth. I just need to know if somebody thinks this is attractive.
What else you got there, Jeff?
I got a few things, just depending on how long you want to go.
Oh, go ahead, because, bro, I only have one other little thing, so go ahead.
Well, I'm just excited because a lot of my favorite shows come on in the spring, and we're about to get time for 2 of those shows to come back on. I'm very excited. I've plugged these shows a lot. I know nobody is taking my recommendations because nobody ever tweets me about it, but you really need to get caught up. I think you have a month, everybody watching, to get caught up on the Americans. FX is rerunning the last season, but I'm sure all the seasons are online. We're about to start season 4. This is one of the best shows on TV, especially if you like types of shows that FX puts on. This is one you need to watch. It's about 1980s Soviet spies pretending to be American citizens. This really happened. The guy that created the series worked for the CIA, so he knows all about how this worked. They came over in the 60s. You know, they went through a big program learning English, learning the accent in Russia. They came over in the 60s, got married, had children that grew up as American. They're working for the Soviets undercover, living in neighborhoods in the suburbs with their kids going to American schools who have no idea. It's just fascinating that this stuff really happened. Absolutely love the series.
Jeff, there was a movie. There was a movie made along that same line many, many years ago, and I'll tell you who was in it. You're not going to remember the name because I can't remember the name, but Judd Hirsch from Taxi was in it. The guy, a River Phoenix was the kid in it, and that was the exact story, bro. And they found out about it. Are we at the point now, since we're going into season 4, has anybody found out about this yet?
Their daughter, who I think is the character is 15, found out in the very last episode of season 3, and she called and told her pastor at her church. And that was the cliffhanger.
Wait a minute. The daughter in the family found out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she got born into this not knowing.
Right. Yeah. They got 2 children.
Okay.
They have no idea that their parents are Soviet spies. And the daughter just found out at the end of season 3, and that was the cliffhanger because she called her pastor at the church to tell him. Yep.
Bro, I just remembered the name of the movie. I'm almost positive it was called Running on Empty. And that's exactly what it was about.
I got to look this up. I've never heard of it. You know, I've never seen a River Phoenix movie.
Yeah.
How old was he when he
he was early 20s.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything with him in it.
Yeah, he played the kid in this movie. He was the kid, you know, Judd Hirsch, like I said, was the father from Taxi, and that was the exact story, but they find out about this family.
Yeah, I got to check that out then, because like this stuff, it's very intriguing to me because it really happened. And I mean, this isn't a true story of a true family. This is a family, but you know, this stuff happened.
Right. And that's very feasible, bro. You believe that happened. I definitely believe that happened.
Yeah, and the FBI guy that is trying to find these sleeper agents lives across the street from them. He plays racquetball with the guy. Like it's
kidding me, bro.
Nope. And he suspected them at one point, and he was snooping around in their garage, and they had a guy tied up in the trunk of the car, and the guy was waiting there to shoot him if he found out. but then the guy just like, what am I doing? And he left, and he hasn't suspected them since.
Yeah.
It's a crazy show, but I believe it starts in 3 weeks, maybe even less, on FX. It's called The Americans. Check it out.
Now, Jeff, is this one of those things where I'm going to put it on, I'm not going to be able to shut it off?
I believe so, yes. Right. Okay. And I also recommend start it at the beginning so you don't miss the story.
God, but are all the seasons on demand?
I don't know. I really don't. I know they're on like Amazon Prime and stuff like that.
You don't know if they're on Netflix or
they're not on that. I know it's not on Netflix. Hulu, I have no idea.
Okay, all right.
Not on
Netflix. Okay.
But it's called The Americans. Very good show. And the other one is called Orphan Black. This one doesn't start till April, so you got 2 months to catch up on this. Also starting on season 4. The premise of this show is it has to do with human cloning. The very first scene, I'll explain it to you. This girl is in a subway, and she gets off the phone, and she turns and looks, and there's a girl staring at her that's identical to her, looks just like her, okay? The girl steps in front of the subway and kills herself. That's how the series starts. So this girl, being a drifter, steals the girl's purse and steals her identity. It's not going through her mind. This girl looked exactly like me. She looks like me, so I'm going to steal her identity. Well, it blows up into this whole thing about all these clones. There's a bunch of these girls. Obviously, it's all played by the same girl, and they're all so phenomenal. Man, I hate that.
Phenomenally.
Word. There you go. Different, that sometimes you forget it's the same girl playing all these characters. Some are British, some are American, some are Canadian, some are blonde, some are ditzy, some are nerdy. It's she plays all these people, all the clones, and she's so phenomenal at this job. Her name is Tatiana Maslany. That's the actress's name. The show is called Orphan Black. It's on BBC America. Season 4 will be starting in April. I believe this show is also on Amazon Prime. I know it's not on Netflix. Again, Hulu, I have no idea, but 3 seasons are done. And these shows, they're easy to catch up on because the seasons are short. Like The Americans is only 13 episode seasons, and Orphan Black's only 10. So it really isn't a lot that people need to catch up on if they want to take my recommendation and check out these series. Bro, that was a good pitch. I think I should get some advertising money.
That was very good, bro, because you made it clear. I understand what the show's about. But would you compare Orphan Black to Elaine and the Mannequin? Is the concept very similar?
Oh, identical. Yeah, identical.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just. With that one, a lot of the clones don't show up until episode 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. So that's a show where I would say get to learn the characters, wait till they all show up, and just see how good this girl is. Because in the first few episodes, they do it slow. They introduce them slowly, so you get used to each one. And she's only 1 or 2 girls, maybe 3 girls in the first few episodes. But I think she's done up to 11 different characters now, and one of them is even trans. Wow. She was a dude. It's just crazy. This girl's performance, absolutely incredible. I love it.
What else you got, Jeff?
That was it. If you wanted to talk about OJ or Baskets, I've watched both of those this week.
Well, I'm eagerly awaiting now. I'm eagerly awaiting the Christine Baskets show because I think that will be better than Baskets, bro.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I did, bro. Yes, I did.
You know what cracked me up? I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but the French girl kept laughing the entire time, and they didn't cut it out. You know what I mean? She's laughing the entire time at what Mrs. Baskets is saying, and she's improving. My favorite part was cheese balls, just I love that.
Bro, but, my favorite part is, and bro, listen, everybody knows I'm such a tickler for nuances, and that's why, I don't enjoy wrestling. They don't even know what a nuance is anymore. They don't even know what the word means. Bro, the thing that's popping me more than anything, right, is you've got Martha, who talks in this melodrone voice, the same level, the same voice, no emotion in the voice. And bro, he's just sitting there every time she opens her mouth. Martha, will you stop screaming? Or you're so loud already. And I'm like, bro, that is so freaking brilliant. Because the girl could not be talking any softer, any quieter. Oh, bro, that show just freaking cracks me up, man. It just cracks me up.
I just liked at the end when he was like, Martha, can I talk to you about something really important? She's like, yeah. And he's like, can I use your phone because I want to talk to somebody else? Like,
what about the way he tried to talk the little girl out of the suicide, almost talking her into it, bro? Oh man, what a show! What a show! Man.
But I'm hoping I'm hoping the French girl isn't gone because I don't know if you've noticed, brunette, long, skinny nose.
She really, that's right up the alley.
It's my type. Yeah. I think she's very attractive.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. She's only got like 700 followers on Twitter. So I think she would be easy to get a hold of.
I actually think I did look her up, bro. I'll give it a shot and I'll try. Bro, I tried following. Well, first of all, you know, Christine Buckets follows me because I followed Christine. I tried to get Martha to follow me because she don't have that many followers either. Bro, I got a feeling like you know, they have somebody do their Twitter. They're not on there, so somebody else is doing it. Even though Louis Anderson was on last night answering questions, I was watching it, you know.
Yeah,
but, bro. Some people like the way they, bro. You know what it is? You know when people are just on another level. Like when you watch, you know, the Louis show. And now you watch, you know, Louis C.K. with Zach Galifianakis. It's just a whole different level. It's a whole different level, bro. And very few people appreciate that and understand it, which kind of explains the ratings.
That's the thing I'm worried about is the ratings are so bad because it's such a niche show.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just nervous about that. But, you know, I'm also curious to see if they're ever going to mention, like, somebody's going to ask her, why did you name your kids Chip and Dale? Or if they're just going to let that go the entire time. You know what I mean?
They're going to let it go, bro.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something, bro?
Yeah.
I did not get the Chip and Dale until you just said it.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like that's what I'm wondering if they're trying to do is never mention it. You know what I mean? It's because when she said their names last night, she said Dale and Chip.
Yeah.
When she was talking, she said Dale and Chip. So,
purposely. Right there is such gold that people will not even understand that. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff, one other thing, it just broke here on TMZ right before we came on. I was checking it up, and it was the latest story on TMZ, which I thought was interesting. Bro, you know who Janice Dickinson is?
I get her and another Janice confused. Which one is she?
Janice Dickinson.
No, I get her and Angie Dickinson confused. Which one is which?
Janice Dickinson was like one of the first supermodels. Okay.
All right.
One of the first. And now, bro, you know, she's well into her 60s. She's had all the plastic surgery done. She's still trying to look like a model. She looks hideous. And she's a whack job. She is an absolute whack job. She was just on the celebrity the relationships ones with the celebrity. I don't remember the name of it, but anyway, she's out of her mind, bro. She's a whack job. Well, bro, she is one of the women that are claiming that Bill Cosby raped her.
Okay, all right, that's what I was gonna ask you next. Is she one of the Cosby women? Yeah.
But bro, when you watch this lady Janice Dickinson, like she's out there, and you got to take everything she says with a grain of salt. Okay. Meanwhile, bro, celebrity couples. That's what the show is called. Meanwhile, prior to Celebrity Couples, bro, she was on Celebrity Rehab. Okay, with Dr. Drew. And Dr. Drew like spent hours and hours and hours and hours interviewing her, you know, one-on-one, no freaking cameras, because bro, you could tell she plays up a lot for the cameras. You know, she's trying to get as much as she can the time she's on TV. It's obvious, right? But Dr. Drew interviewed her in private, you know, hours and hours and hours and hours, because there is some legitimacy to Celebrity Rehab, you know? So Dr. Drew just came out and said, listen, you know, I interviewed Janice Dickinson for hours and hours and hours and hours. And he said, I'm telling you, when Janice Dickinson says something, it's the truth. And he says, if Janice Dickinson said Bill Cosby raped her, then Bill Cosby raped her.
Wow.
And that's wow, like big time, bro, because Dr. Drew is very, very well respected. Bro, nobody's really, you know, very few people are taking a side on this either way. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, bro, if this scumbag did all this to these women in his younger years, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, you know, bro, he's almost an 80-year-old man. He probably is an 80-year-old man by now. You know, so a lot of people like it just, but he came out and said if she says he raped her, then he believes that Bill Cosby raped her. And I thought, wow, bro, that's really saying something, you know?
Well, Kanye said he's innocent. So whose opinion are we going to take here?
Jeff, you know what I always think about? Like when I read stories like this, like I always have these thoughts, and I'm just wondering if these thoughts run through your head. Bro, you know what I always think is like the most horrible thing that a human being can experience, right? Bro, I can't imagine that if you've done something wrong in your life, very wrong, and not been caught yet, I can't imagine living with that. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like if there's a list of women that Bill Cosby really did this to, and he knows I drugged those women, I raped those women, and he knows it. And killers, bro. You know, killers that are out on the loose that have killed somebody. How do you, I can't imagine living your life day to day knowing that you did something illegal and you have not been caught yet.
Is that what you're thinking? Like, are they sitting there just nervous that someone's going to find out and they're going to get caught, or are they regretting that they did this?
Well, I think it's a combination of the both, but I know if it were me and I'm in that spot, the guilt is driving me crazy to the point that I'd have to give myself it. I'd have to, because I'd constantly be looking behind me. I would be so paranoid, bro. I would be driving myself crazy. So like, I don't know, like what is the mindset? How do you get through that on a day-by-day basis?
Well, you know, I know we've had a similar conversation about something else that I can't even remember, but you have to wonder what's the mindset of somebody that would rape somebody. So when you try to understand that mind, maybe they don't even care afterwards. You know what I mean? They may not even think about it. It doesn't even bother them. Maybe they do it again. So I don't know. Maybe, you know, what's the mindset of somebody that would actually do something like that? And I don't know if I could ever understand. I cannot. You know what I mean? Because the way you're saying it is, well, you wouldn't do that. So of course you would feel guilty. You know what I mean? That's how you think you would feel, but you wouldn't do something like that. So you can't compare your mind to somebody that would rape somebody.
Yeah, either that, Jeff, or they just erased it out of their minds. Like, right. It happened. Like, bro, like here's a perfect example. OJ is in prison for life. He's not getting out of prison. He's in prison for life. Why wouldn't he just say he killed Nicole? Like that, they can't do anything to him. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't he just to get it off his conscience? You know what? In a fit of rage, I saw black, to get it off his chest. But the fact that the guy's in prison for the rest of his life, and God, bro, it just blows me away.
The only thing I could think of is why he wouldn't say that is his children. He doesn't want his children to know.
Yeah,
you know
what
I mean,
bro. I guess there's that part of it.
I don't know.
Hey, Jeff, has there been?
And of course, we're just assuming he did it. I mean, the guy was found innocent, but we have no proof he did it. But
bro, has there been any talk? Have you read anything about that F-bomb?
No, nothing.
Wow, that's odd to me, bro.
Yeah, but I've been recording this show that's on El Rey, and it's been airing after Lucha Underground on Wednesday nights. It's called Red versus Blue, and I know you won't care about it, but it's I've seen the coming. It's like superheroes and stuff. It's based off the video game Halo. It's a comedy using Halo, the video game.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Well, I was watching an episode with dog hair on my face that was recorded at 11:30 the other night, and every other word was an F-bomb in that. So I really don't know what the rules are for that. No idea.
Jeff, did you see the ratings for the third week of Simpson?
No. Let me see if I can pull them up right now.
Yeah, please try it. I'm just curious, bro, because it went down week 2, and I really, really thought that was odd, even though we didn't get the replay numbers.
All right, let's see if I can pull it up. It's been 3 episodes, right? This was the third one?
This was the third, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because these ratings are only live, first night. There's nothing I can click on here. Let me try a different site. Lazy Lane should have had this information.
Yeah, double L. Come on, lazy, lonely, liar, Lane, lumpy.
Tuesday cable ratings: People versus O.J. Simpson falls.
Wow, I don't get it.
$3.3 million.
That's interesting to me because how is this not one of those mini series that the more you watch it, the more you have to watch it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, this is just the first night. Like you said, there's no DVRs in this, but we all know how important those really are. Are unimportant they are, for advertisers. But yeah, I'm just confused. I know ratings drop after the first episode. Not everybody's going to like it normally. But then there's also the chance that they'll go up because of word of mouth.
Word of mouth, yeah.
And I figured this was one of those shows. I just have a hard time believing that people that watched that first episode were like, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yeah.
Especially with the cliffhanger on the first episode being the Bronco going down the highway. I just very confused that they've slid both.
They must be watching on their phones.
Yeah, that's it.
They must be watching on their phones. All right. What else? I want to add one more thing, and I forgot. Oh, I want to say this. I just want to throw this out there, guys. If anybody is interested, I'd really like to do a new season of my fantasy baseball show, Who's on First. I'd like to do it again this year, but I absolutely positively cannot do it without any sponsors. I can't afford to do it without any sponsors. So if there is anybody out there interested in maybe sponsoring my Who's on First Fantasy Baseball show, my podcast, I do it 5 days a week. Let me know. Drop me a line at officialvincerusso@gmail.com. But that's it, everybody. Listen, please check out the brand, vincerussobrand.com. Jeff and I will be back next week. I hope you have a great weekend. Jeff, any plans this weekend?
No.
No shoveling. You don't got a shovel, no?
No.
Good for you. All right, everybody. Well, listen, have a good weekend. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for supporting us. We'll see you again right here next week. This comes from why I have heat with JBL to this day. Okay, I was in the back. It was me and somebody else, and I don't remember who it was. And JB started carrying on that he could take anybody in the company or in the locker room in a real bar fight. Okay? Now, first of all, I was not a big fan of JBL personally. I thought he was a big bully. I thought he was a loudmouth. So all I had to do was sit back and hear him say how he could take anybody in a bar fight. Now, keep in mind, while he's saying this, I know some of the guys in the locker room. And while he's saying this, I say to myself, you know what? I'd love to see that, So sure enough, the next TV session with Vince, I pitched it. I said, Vince, listen, I pitched the whole idea of the Brawl for All. Let's do this. Guys were bonused if they did it. They got more money. That was the enticement to do it. It was so funny because the first rounds, being in the arena, people thought it was a work. People were like, what? Why are they dimming the lights? Why are they doing this? They thought it was an absolute work. By the time Bart Simpson started rolling guys' eyes in the back of their head, Bart gun, yeah. People knew it was not a work anymore. And to see Bart drop JBL, I'm not going to say that was a sad day. I thought it was a great day. This is what I'll never forget, though, man. I swear I'll never forget this. The Godfather. Yeah. This is a guy that's the real deal. This guy will kill you. I mean, he's the real deal. I'll never forget. I mean, literally, anybody can go back and look. Bart hit him so hard, his eyes rolled to the back. I never in my life saw anybody get hit that hard. Nobody in the world expected any of that from Bart Gunn. Nobody. He wasn't even on anybody's radar.
Right. Is there a faction of wrestlers that are not participating in this that think this is taking up time on the show?
Not really, because no, they want to see these.
They want marks
Oh,
for it.
absolutely, yeah. And another big controversy too, huge controversy was Mero, because Mero wasn't a guy that was liked in the locker room because of Sable, and he was a Gold Gloves legitimate boxer. Mero was, and he felt that he beat JBL beforehand, and he felt that he got totally screwed out of the victory, because nobody liked him,
right.
And he was hot. I mean, he was legitimately hot.